Let's now look at skill number 3 of the set of top 21 or top 22 rather list of GRC skills required by various employers. And this has to do with audit readiness and evidence management. Very important. So when you think of audit readiness and evidence management, this entails the planning, the coordination, and execution of internal or external audits. And when you're talking about these audits, you're looking at audits such as your SOC 1 or your SOC 2, your ISO 27001, your regulatory exams. You're also required to manage evidence collection, sampling, and remediation tracking. That's very important. So, as we have mentioned with others, this matters for employers simply because you have customers, you have regulators, and investors increasingly requiring independent assurance. Therefore, weak audit execution drives delays, exceptions, and revenue friction. So bear in mind that one of your main roles when it comes on to GRC responsibilities has to do with providing assurance to the various stakeholders of the organization that this company is, for example, compliant. They are in line with doing what is necessary to meet their objectives and operate efficiently and, of course, securely. So depending on the level of your GRC experience, if you're at the entry level or an entry role within the GRC space, then you're required to collect or organize evidence when it comes on to audit readiness. If you're at the mid senior level, then you're required to run these audit work streams, scope negotiations, and also to manage audit or the auditors or regulators end to end. Awesome. So when you think of this role, audit readiness, that's it in a nutshell. However, if we should look at related to your audit evidence, a typical interview or task assessment scenario that you could be challenged with is to be asked as a relates to assessment is to build an audit PBC list, an evidence plan for SOC 2, identify gaps and remediation owners. So in next segment, we're going to look at creating this, looking at what we mean by PBC list in relation to audit readiness and evidence management. So see you in that next segment.